activist Kelechi Egwim. He's also the executive director Appeal Inc. So it's a pleasure having you on the program. Thank you for your time. So firstly, quite a few people saying they were not surprised at the not guilty verdict. What's your take?
Yeah, I wasn't surprised. I mean, they say if you can't get a good lawyer, get a good judge. It was very clear that this judge from the very beginning was uh, rooting, if not somehow working for the defendant. I mean, really, I can't imagine anything different he would have done if he was actually paid to allow this defendant to go free. He acted from the very beginning to make sure that this defendant received freedom, received the acquittal that he ended up receiving.
Others would also just call him a tough judge. But based on the jury, nothing Kyle Rittenhouse did was wrong, even though him as a minor carrying a gun was illegal. There's also the point of the police officers who gave him water after he had shot people, then eventually told him to go home. What do you think his absolute acquittal says to America?
Well, it says to America that the most important currency you need to have is whiteness. I mean, the one charge that the judge could not possibly imagine that would not be found as guilty, he dismissed, which was the gun charge. He was not legally supposed to carry a gun. He was too young to carry a gun. He's not from that state. He didn't have a permit to carry a gun in that state. So what did the judge do in the one charge that he knew could not be acquitted? He dropped that charge. From the very beginning, from not allowing the prosecutor to refer to the victims as victims, requiring them to refer to them as protesters and looters. From the very beginning, it was shaped to make sure that Kyle Rittenhouse went free.
All of Rittenhouse's victims were white, but the trials caused quite an uproar in the US over what some people think was another example of white privilege. Do you think the verdict would have been the same had Kyle been African American?
Absolutely not. I mean, whiteness is not about color. It's about status. It's about power. So it doesn't matter that the victims were white. They were standing up and protesting in favor of Black Lives Matter. So the fact that they were protesting in favor of Black Lives Matter, as far as the white supremacists were concerned, they might as well have been black. So the fact that they were white, the fact that they were actually protesting in favor of justice to end the killing of black men, that made them black as far as the white supremacists were concerned. And absolutely, if you watch the trial, you will see Kyle Rittenhouse standing behind the judge watching a video as if he was his own son. I do not think that judge would treat a black man that way.
Kelechi Egwim of Appeal Inc. Interesting getting your perspective. Thank you.